Hey, are you curious to know what it's like to live in one of Kelowna's most sought after neighborhoods of the Lower Mission? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over exactly that. So let's check it out. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, BrettBRealEstate. I, of course, am Brett Boholij, your Kelowna and Okanagan real estate professional. Now, like I said at the top of the video, we're going to be doing a community overview of the Lower Mission here in Kelowna, British Columbia. But before we get started, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Brett Boholij. I'm a local realtor and I help people buy and sell homes in this beautiful area. Whether you are new or you are returning, make sure you subscribe to my channel. My goal is to provide you with value-driven content, to showcase the beautiful homes in our area, to update you on the neighborhoods, keep you updated on the market, and provide you with some buying and selling tips. So Kelowna's Lower Mission, it truly is one of the most sought after and most popular neighborhoods here in Kelowna. And in this video, I'm going to do a bit of a different style. Generally, I do more of a edited, cutting a lot, but this I'm going to do more of a vlog style videos where I'm going to go over 5 main points, those being amenities, educational opportunities, recreation, real estate, and lifestyle. So first, I kind of want to get into the amenities of the Lower Mission. And with the Lower Mission, convenience is kind of the name of the game. Amenities itself, it doesn't have a ton. It has a few shops like Sunshine Market that you can get your groceries, a couple of restaurants like Barn Owl Brewery, Denenzi's. But overall, the major amenities like grocery stores, shopping are going to be in the neighboring neighborhoods. Kelowna South has ample amenities like grocery stores with Save On Food, a mall there that has urban fare, tons of little restaurants and shopping. And pretty soon the Lower Mission's even going to have more amenities, with the Upper Mission getting that new development in at the ponds that's going to have another Save On, Dollarama, Bosley's. But if you're looking for an extremely amenity rich area, yeah, Lower Mission might not be your best bet, but for what it lacks in the amenity section, it makes up everywhere else. And one of the things it does have more than any other neighborhood is going to be beach access. The only other neighborhood that maybe even rivals it is Kelowna South, but the Lower Mission has incredible access to amazing beaches and waterfront access points throughout the entire neighborhood. The only reason I'm currently filming on a beach because it is the middle of February, otherwise this beach would be jam-packed in the summer. I'm at Hobson Beach right now, but there's tons of other beaches from Rotary, Gyro, Bluebird Beach, Hobson Beach, Sarson's Beach, Bertram Beach, just to name a few. And if you do have a dog, this area has one of the best dog parks in the entire city at Cedar Creek Dog Park. It's an amazing park that overlooks the entire valley. It has a dog beach. Highly recommend, even if you're in Kelowna visiting, you have a pup, you want to go check it out, it's worth going there. Even if you don't have a dog, honestly, it's a beautiful scenic lookout. You can have a glass of wine at the Cedar Creek Winery just down the road. It's something I would definitely check out. Before I move to a different location, I do want to go over the educational opportunities. I'm not going to go film at any schools because it is the middle of the day and I don't want to get the cops called on me, but the Lower Mission is also rich in schools. It has some of the best schools in the area, from Okanagan Middle School, Dorothy Walker Elementary, and McClymont, to name a few, plus a ton of French immersion schools, private school options, and daycares. Honestly, I could walk in any direction around this area and probably hit a school within a couple of blocks. So schooling is important to you and your family, you're bringing kids here. Lower Mission is going to be up there on your list because it has a ton of options, and also the options are some of the highest rated in all of Kelowna. So I highly recommend checking it out. Now let's move on to recreation. Now I would say for what the Lower Mission lacks in amenities, it makes up for in its recreational spaces. Right now I'm in the middle of a giant park near the H2O Center and the CNC building, but there are tons of these just open field parks in the Lower Mission, waterfront parks, dog parks, and of course you'll see behind me over there just tons of baseball fields, and you'll see the H2O Center and the CNC building. The H2O Center is, I think, a part of the YMCA. It has a huge pool, water slides, a great space for kids. I just took my 1-year-old there for his first time swimming lessons. It was fantastic. And the CNC building is known for its sports. They have floor hockey, volleyball, indoor soccer, ice hockey. And I would say this area in the Lower Mission is one of the main sports fields in all of Kelowna. I think this and Rutland are probably the 2 biggest sports areas. But yeah, check behind me there. There's another dog park. And behind that is the Mission Greenway, which, if you don't know, if you're not from Kelowna, the Mission Greenway runs the entire length from up deep in Rutland all the way to the water. And you can take that throughout a city. It's mostly a flat trail, for the most part. I've never actually done the whole thing, but it's a great walking trail if you want to bring your dogs, your kids, you want to ride bikes. I mean, there's horses on it all the time, but it's one of the best and easiest walking trails throughout the city. So yeah, it's kind of the same with schools, where you can't really go too many blocks without hitting a park, a recreational field of some sort. So again, and you'll hear me talk about it later in the video, that's why I think this area is so conducive for families. It just has so much to do. If you're used to places where you're in a tight city, you're jam-packed, the Lower Mission is going to feel extremely spread out. Now, it's not the most rural neighborhood in all of Kelowna. I'd give that to Southeast Kelowna, but still, Kelowna is decently spread out for a city. And honestly, as with most areas in the city, you can just step out your front door and have incredible access to nature. I don't think the camera does it justice, but I'll do a little 360 here, and you can really see how beautiful it is. Now, I've talked recreation, but I kind of want to give you the tips of things you might want to know. I guess I don't want to say it's a cons list of the Lower Mission, but things only a local would know and be able to tell you. The Lower Mission is definitely going to be deemed as kind of a higher end neighborhood. I mean, rightly so, it does have some of the most expensive properties because of its access to the water and the homes on there. But like I said, and I'll talk about in the real estate section, it has something for everyone. There's tons of starter homes. I mean, there's homes under $1 million here. So honestly, if anyone has any perception about the Lower Mission, it's definitely that it's one of the most expensive neighborhoods. And statistically, when you are looking at it, and I've done the stats for all the different areas, it is up there for one of the more expensive. Having said that, when you are walking around this neighborhood, you're definitely going to see why, and I would definitely say it's worth it. The only other thing, like I discussed the amenities, Lower Mission itself doesn't have a ton of amenities, but Kelowna is not that big of a place, so it's neighboring neighborhoods, especially when the Upper Mission gets the Save-On and the grocery stores. It's going to be a breeze to access whatever your needs are. Yeah, the only other thing I think people would maybe make note of or complain about the Lower Mission is the traffic. Kelowna doesn't have a crazy rush hour, but I'm in the Upper Mission, and I think the Upper Mission Kettle Valley gets this a little more, is the traffic coming around by OKM, and on the other side of, because there's two roads, there's Lakeshore and then there's Gordon, and the two main access points. So Upper Mission, Kettle Valley are going to get this a little more during the rush hour times and school drop-off times, but realistically, the Lower Mission doesn't get hit with it too bad, because once you pass some of the schools on Lakeshore, and if you head over to Gordon, really when you pass OKM, it turns into 2 lanes and the traffic really speeds up. I know people have complained about it before, but honestly, even being in the Upper Mission, I've never really experienced it that bad. There's certain times, like if you leave after 8 o'clock in the morning, you're definitely going to hit it a bit, but I don't know, if you come from a major city, it's going to be nothing for you. So realistically, the things to know as a local, that would be about the only thing I could say. I'm going to be honest, I'm a bit of a fanboy of this neighborhood. I love it. I live in the Upper Mission, so we're always down here as a family, walking the dogs, taking the baby to parks, and I could easily live here. I like the Upper Mission because it's a little above. You get some more views. Maybe that's something that the Lower Mission lacks, but all in all, fantastic neighborhood. Not too many cons, I would say, off the top of my head, besides it being more on the expensive side and maybe slightly the traffic, but besides that, it's a great choice. But now let's really talk houses and take a look at the real estate. All right, now let's talk real estate. I would say the Lower Mission is primarily known for its luxurious waterfront properties, but it really does have something for everybody. It does have everything from cozy condos to townhouses to starter homes. And yes, it does have the multi-million-dollar waterfront properties, but I would say that's on the lower end compared to what there is to offer in the Lower Mission. The average home here sells for just over $1 million and has around 2,300 square feet. Now, when you are looking at stats in the Lower Mission, they are definitely going to be skewed a bit because there is a few properties here that are in the $10 million+ range. So it's definitely not the cheapest area in town. Actually, the Lower Mission ranks in the top 3 most expensive areas in Kelowna. And it's one of those things you definitely get what you pay for here. The lifestyle here is second to none. But if you want to look at stats and figures of the Lower Mission, make sure you comment in the description down below and reach out to me. More than happy to provide you with some. I do monthly updates on the Lower and Upper Mission. I also find that each area here is so diverse. Right now, I'm just off of Hobson on one of the more expensive areas in the Lower Mission. So you're going to get those big waterfront, luxurious properties. But the farther I head away from the water, you're going to notice more affordable, palatable homes for people just entering the housing market. So the next question is, what is the lifestyle? Who is this area for? Well, I would say that the Lower Mission is really an area for everybody. It has the multi-million-dollar waterfront estates. If you're looking to spend a lot of money, be on the water in Kelowna. But if you're just looking to get into the housing market, it has some fantastic condos as well. But having said that, people on this channel are definitely definitely looking for more specifics. And who would I say this area suits the best? I would say it's people starting a family or looking to move their family into one of the best neighborhoods in Kelowna, one of the most sought after areas, to be close to the water and have some amazing educational opportunities. And I mean, Kelowna all around is definitely very family friendly, but the lower, the upper Mission, Kelowna South are all very family centric areas. They have a lot going on, as you've seen, in terms of recreation, in terms of education, and just have that lifestyle that's very conducive to raising a family. So if this looks like the perfect neighborhood for you, you want some more information about it, or you want to come to Kelowna and actually get a tour of some of the properties in this area, make sure you reach out to me. All my contact info is in the description down below. My number's on the screen right now. And that's going to wrap up my neighborhood tour of Kelowna's lower Mission. As always, if you or anybody you know is looking to buy or sell in the Okanagan, I'm more than happy to help you out, and I'm never too busy for your referrals. My goal, as always, is to simplify the real estate process so you don't have to worry about a thing. If you have a specific area that you would like me to do a tour of next, make sure you comment down below. I'll be back next week with another video. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. Once again, my name is Brett Boholij. This is my channel, Brett B Real Estate, and I will catch you in the next video.